We are back at the CRR HQ with vlog number 8. We got an exciting one, an action-packed episode. We got Sydney starting. We got some training going on at the CRR HQ, as well as multiple builds going on. We got roofing, siding, eaves troughs going on, everything you can imagine. So you're going to want to grab your popcorn, grab a blanket, sit on the couch, watch this episode because it is action-packed. Alrighty, we are heading to the job site, the job going on right now, and Finn is going to add a little montage here, so sit back and enjoy this montage of work getting done. All right, we are back at the CRR HQ with some very exciting announcement. We have a new team member, inside sales, a UFC basketball legend. We have Sydney in the house, and she's going to introduce herself, tell a little bit about her background, what she brings to the team, but we were so excited to have her finally at the CRR HQ. So any phone calls coming in, customer communications, Sydney will be handling, and we couldn't be more excited to have her here for her first day.
Hi everybody, my name's Sydney. I'm originally from Regina Sask, but I've lived in Calgary here now for about 6 years. I'm just finishing up my undergrad at UFC, where I studied biochemistry, and I played basketball for the Dinos, as Jordan mentioned. And I'm just really excited to interact with a bunch of you and get to join the team here. So yeah, I look forward to talking to you and helping you out.
Afternoon, Calgary. This is Damian Jennings from Calgary Roofing and Restoration, bringing you along for the ride. We're about to go out and do an inspection at a customer in the southeast. We also are welcoming our newest recruit in Sydney Milam. Sydney's going to be the voice behind the phone for you guys and helping get you to me and the inspection piece, as well as all the follow-up and just all of that great customer service part. So we're going to take her out to come and see what we do, out on an inspection, meet a customer, see what kind of roof replacement situation they're in, and go from there. One of the tools that we have, guys, is a field management software where we effectively build out the project, input all the information from the customers, can communicate with the customers, create our quotes and estimates for the customers. So right now, we're off, as I said before, to an inspection in the southeast. So I'm going onto the schedule, seeing that customer. I'm able at this point to provide my ETA to how long we'll be there, so that they're informed by text message of when we're arriving. So it just helps in the planning. You know, it's so difficult, isn't it, when you're putting appointments together, particularly if I'm on the road all day and I've got 5 or 6 inspections, just doing our best to be on time or in that sort of window, and trying to respect the customer's time as well. So that's a particularly useful addition that the software provides us. And then, they'll get a text prompt from when we arrive. Okay, so 3905. We're at the customer's house, just about to go and introduce myself and explain a little bit about the process, and we'll be back. Hi, this is Damian from Calgary Roofing and Restoration. How are you doing? Okay, sounds good. All right, let me take the measurements for that, and then I'll take a few pictures, and then I'll build out a quote for you. Just doing some measurements. I'll send the drone up as well, just to get everything as accurate as possible, and then I'll email it to you later on if that's okay. Great. I'll get through this as quickly as I can. She would like siding and a roof quote on the flat roof, and then we'll get to the next one and to see if it's a slightly better scenario. Okay. The inspection we just did was on a flat roof. Flat roofs are a little bit more unique, so I took the drone up there, sort of obviously getting a view of everything. It's actually half of a rock roof, half of like an SPO material. and they're going to replace it out for, a TPO material. They're going to replace it out for an SBS material. We're just trying to get all the dimensions correct, have a look at the venting and the setup they have there, and just taking in all the pictures and all the information we needed, and then obviously transfer it to the phone, put it in our software, build it out in the quote and estimate so they understand what kind of work needs to be done. And by this afternoon we'll have an estimate for them. So here we are at the last appointment for the day. This customer is looking at a number of different options, some weather impact on the house I'm aware of, so we're about to find out how much damage there is to the vinyl siding that they have, and looks like a roof repair and possibly some guttering as well. So come and join me on this one. So we've just spoken with the customer. Clearly there's been some wind and hail damage in this area. If we have a look at the vinyl on the side here, particularly the north and the west side of things. So this customer is looking for a series of quotes. You can see the damage just on the side here, just how extensive, particularly what hail does to vinyl. So we're looking at two options here where we have two sides of the house, the north and the west side either repaired with a roof replacement, and obviously the gutters and the soft gauge metal as well. And then we'll also look at a full quote looking at the roof. He's also interested in maybe a hardy board, just to be able to obviously be hail resistant, because vinyl is very susceptible to hail. And then also looking at the fascia and the gutters. Looking at two things. We're looking at a repair of just what really needs to be done, and then of course a full facelift if possible. And then just seeing some of the price differences on some of the asphalt shingles we have from when we work with ICO, and we have the good, better and best. We have that class 3 builder grade to start off with. Then we have the class 3 with the Kevlar armor strip, which we call the Dynasty. And then we have the class 4 shingle, which has got that rubberized polymer within it as well. So we'll look at all those three options with the customer based on a repair and then a full facelift. This family would particularly like a repair contrasted with a full facelift. So obviously this has got some unique angles, this house. You've got the front of it, you've almost got the backyard of it, and then it comes out the side to be the garage here, and there's just a lot of interchange when it comes to the guttering system. So getting round, being able to measure all of that, being accurate with that, and at the same time you've got contraptions that are trying to obviously take some of the water away from the house. Just getting a feel for the different shapes of this house, because it's a little different, so that we can be accurate. So when we are able to get up on a roof, rather than just take drone shots, it's always good just to give confidence to the customer that the roof replacement is the right thing to do. So often they want to replace the roof, which is great, but obviously it's not just an age thing, but obviously the weather impact as well, whether it's down to the fiberglass from some hail damage like this. We'd be looking at the ridges, the eaves, the rakes, the edges, because they tend to be the most vulnerable when it comes to wind. And right now this is a roof more with age not on its side than weather impact, so it's been okay. It's more of the vinyl on the sides and the soft gauge metals and the guttering that's been hurt by the hail specifically. And then whilst we're up here, obviously, because we do a full replacement, so in essence, as we walk a little bit this way, you'll start to see some of the static box vents in here. This customer has quite a lot of vents actually on the bath side of things, so it's got the goosenecks, 3 goosenecks, 1, 2, 3, 4 open pipes, and we'll replace the pipe boots on those with their flashing around it. There are a few chimneys, one for a furnace, medium-sized chimney over there. We'll look at the flashings. This one actually comes with the vinyl siding as well and some damage, so we'll obviously be replacing that. And we'll just check out the metals, the valley metals. Here it's woven over the top, and they're kind of closed off. So again, we'll have a chat with the customer about what they'd prefer to do. We either have a 26 gauge valley metal that will sit in those valleys, or we can close them off and put the shingles together. It's really up to them and their preference. And so we'll just be annotating and taking some pictures. Just want to make sure we get the right kind of scale on those things. There's some odd bits with the vinyl siding. Make sure we get all those little bits right. It's easier from the satellites, from measurements, to now be able to sort of in mass do the full quote for something, but then obviously if you're doing repairs as well, you need to be a little bit more precise. So we're now looking at the west side for the vinyl siding and the hardy siding. She's a little warm. Have you been up there recently?
I haven't been up there recently. But...
No, it's warmer than I would want it to be. Okay. Just, and again, little bit humid. You want it to be dry. You want it to mirror the outside temperature. And of course, it's slightly warmer today. Okay. Now, interestingly, you've got enough box vents, but I don't know if the soffits are doing their job properly, whether they're covered by some of the insulation. I don't know if there are insulation stops that are in place or something's covering those, but okay. You want to try and generate a little bit more airflow. Okay. Part of that obviously is adding more vents, because the vents themselves obviously exhaust the air through. Okay. But it could be that the soffits aren't doing their job either. So
that's a question that I had when actually we bought the house and I was installing the security cameras, that I noticed that the soffit was closed off to the outside with cardboard.
Yeah, no, so the insulation should stop, and then there would be a little L-shaped thing to stop that, and the insulation butts up again, and then the soffit can let the airflow go across the top. Yeah. Something to review, but it never hurts putting a few more box vents spread out, but it doesn't look like, because the number you've got up there, that's the issue. Okay. There should be a box vent or a static vent of some kind every 200 to 300 square feet, so there's enough footprint being covered, particularly on the east side, as you know, on that one line. Yeah. So really up to you at that point, whether we bring an insulation person in just to sort of make sure the stops are away from the soffits and they're doing their job. Okay. And that might fix things up. Okay. But yeah, it's just turning into a bit more humid than dry. Ooh. You'd be concerned then about attic rain build-up and things like that. Mm. No, it's dry. Okay. From the board's perspective, or the nails. I'm checking to make sure they're not rusted, so there hasn't been anything. Okay. Have you had any leaks or anything like that? So, no, I think this is probably soffits that are covered. Okay. A lot of them, by the way, by the looks of it, because there's just nothing coming through. Okay. Okay. I'll measure out the downspouts, the elbows, the end caps, and just make sure the guttering is in, and then I will do a process of elimination, see, okay, which gutters can we save, which ones would be the full facelift. Okay. And then, as I say, it'll take me a bit of time just to put this together for you, and then I'll email it to you. Okay. If that's okay. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great to meet you. Yeah.
Great to meet you as well.
And you. All right, so we've just finished up it. Yeah, it's had some impact from the weather here. Certainly a lot of hail damage on the vinyl siding. The roof more on age than anything else for a full replacement. And we're just checking off the soft metal that's been impacted too, the fascia and the guttering. We obviously did an attic inspection as well, and actually it turned out to be a little bit lacking in airflow. Good number of vents, but it looks like the soffits aren't quite doing what they should be doing. So an interesting one to sort of give some feedback and advice to the customer. And now I'll go away and put 2 or 3 quotes together, one for a repair, and a couple then with some different siding options. A hardy option, which is obviously completely hail-proof, and then just a vinyl replacement as well, alongside the roof, and maybe some class 3 and class 4 options for them on the shingles, because I think they want to review both of those. So thanks for joining us.
We have 2 sites to check out today. One, we are doing a big cedar shake to asphalt shingle. Big project, very, very cool, time-intensive tear-off that you'll see a little bit of. And then we will head over to another part of town we're doing a siding job. So things are definitely ramping up as the weather is getting better here in Calgary. So excited to show you these 2 projects we have going today. We are here, and as you can see, the crew is working behind us, and this is a shake to asphalt, like I mentioned on the way over here. It comes with a lot of differences between just a standard asphalt to asphalt. It is a lot more labor intensive. These shakes are much more difficult to get off and get in the bin. It's a much messier job. As you can see, as always, we do have our catch all up, catching anything that's coming off of this house, but we just have to take other measures when doing a shake removal to make sure that this is as clean as possible for the homeowner, for the neighbors, for everybody involved. So we just kind of want to have you come along and see a few of the differences between shake to asphalt. So come along with us. We are tarping a customer's flower bed to make sure nothing unwanted gets in their garden.
Hey Jordan, how's it going?
Good. I am over here at that shake roof with the 20 bin.
Yeah.
Could we get a bin swap?
Already filled?
It's 3/4 of the way full, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna reach out to see if one of the guys can take that today for sure.
Awesome.
I'll text you right back. You bet.
Awesome, thank you.
All right.
Got it, bye-bye. How are you doing?
Yeah,
Nice
good.
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yes,
as
sir.
well.
So,
Where's the handlebar mustache? I'm
it's
a little
gone.
disappointed.
I know. It's not my style, but I did the No Shave November with some buddies.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I had another buddy that has a little handlebar, and I was like, I'm gonna try this. I did it for a few weeks. I'm like, this is just annoying. I don't mind like a nice trim mustache, but it got where I was like, this
You
is.
gotta do it right. How's it
So
going? Good.
our goal is to get everything done up top today, and then come back tomorrow and do the lower section.
Should be done tomorrow.
Should be done tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
So,
Oh, nice.
but
Good.
it's just like I told you on the phone when we first talked. It's a messy.
Yeah.
Shakes is a messy process coming off, but try to make it as clean as possible. And
I had to try to figure out a way to get my dog out for a walk. She's hasn't been able to go in the backyard
I know.
and pee since this morning, so
it's a tough one.
yeah, but that's fine. She'll be okay now. She got out. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, that's good. It is messy, but you know, you got to do it.
We try to keep it as clean as possible, but there's no way to do it in a real clean fashion.
No.
From south to north, we do it all. We're going from the shake roof that we just showed you up to the northwest to show a little bit of some siding work that we're doing. So it's kind of hit that time of year where we got multiple projects going every single day, which is a lot of fun. It's busy, and that's how we like it. So we're gonna go and show you a little bit of a siding job. The color sand. It's a Royal product that we, do a lot of. It's a light brown that looks really, really good. This customer needed 2 walls replaced, and we are happy to help them out with this project. So let's go see, what a little bit of a siding install looks like for Calgary Roofing and Restoration. How are you doing? Having fun yet? This customer needed 2 sides done of this house. So we'll have this side done. Each side usually takes around a day, so 2-day job. We'll do this side and then we'll do the back side. They are doing Royal sand like we talked about in the truck, and it matches. It's the closest match we found. Their siding was discontinued because most sidings outside of 10 years you can't find anymore, so their siding was discontinued. So we came, had a consultation with them, went over colors, put colors up to the house to make sure we made the best choice, and sand was it from Royal. So we are getting that installed for them, and these guys do an absolute excellent job. Best in the business when it comes to siding. What he's doing now is installing drip cap. So basically what that does is go above windows, above doors, and protects that water from getting inside the house and making it run off correctly. A little bit of a technique to it. It needs to come out past the window a little bit. A lot of people say, oh, it's out too far. Code says it's got to come out so far, so you will see it stick out a little bit from the wall, and that's just to make sure water doesn't actually run back up and get behind the siding and get, you still have the Tyvek layer, but that drip edge, that drip cap is a very important part of that just trim and finish out of siding. We have covered a lot in this episode. You've gotten to meet Sydney, you've got to hang out with Damian. Now we are finishing up this Shake 2 asphalt roof. It is IKO Cambridge Dual Brown, a Class 3 shingle that we absolutely love. But guys, that is hanging out with us for the week. We're happy you stopped by, and we will see you on the next one. That's it. Vlog number 8's done.